Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Fishing with Kagan. I am not Kagan. Kagan's right there. I'm her boyfriend, Jerry, and I'm always in the background of her videos. I'm gonna be supporting the channel by maintaining the boat, working on the kayaks, and maybe giving her some secret spots and tips. Who knows? I'll be around. But this is our project boat for the channel. This is a 1986 Storm bass boat that was converted to a flats boat. Now, when I say flats boat, I mean a non-traditional flats boat. Obviously, when you consider a serious flats boat for fishing, you think of a very lightweight, low drafting boat. Something that's gonna get into 6-8 inches or less to get in where those redfish and snook are. I mean, it's amazing. When we're kayak fishing, there are times when we're so shallow that the kayaks can't even pedal. We have the Hobies, so they pedal pretty stinking shallow. You have to take the drive system out and you're still fishing. We heard someone say it recently best. If you could see mullet in the water, there could be giant trout, snook, redfish. They will go as shallow as those mullet. So you go very shallow. And we will do all that fishing on the channel in the kayaks. But this boat is gonna supplement that. It's gonna help us get into freshwater more. It's gonna help us do some vacations more. And a lot of trolling motor fishing, working shorelines. And when it comes to her and I fishing together, it's easier for me to show her different techniques, different patterns, how to sight some of the fish, how to read the water better when we're in the same craft together. When we're separated by kayaks, we're trying to be quiet, and you can't whisper to someone 50 feet, 100 feet away. You really can't. So this boat's gonna help us do that. You know, I said it's not the perfect flats boat, but it's a really cool project boat. My parents used to race boats, and my dad was good friends with Darius Allison. So I grew up around Allison bass boats, which are, I think, still the world's fastest bass boats. And Storm actually copied the hull. I don't know if that's fully disclosed or not, but basically this is an Allison hull with some changes or whatever. An older Allison hull with some changes made to it. So it's a very fast hull, set up properly. This could be a 100-mile-an-hour boat. We have zero interest in going 100 miles an hour, but I wouldn't mind 75. We don't have that right now. So the way we bought this boat is it was supposed to have, when they redid this transformation to make it a flats boat, it was supposed to be a Coosa deck, Coosa stringers, all that redone within, I think, the last 4 years, he said.
For those that don't know, what's Coosa?
Oh, it is a synthetic product that, well, it's not gonna rot like wood. Although wood sealed properly won't rot, there's probably a lot of wood in, we haven't got to that part yet. Wood can work very good, but Coosa won't rot. It's a synthetic, it's a cellular foam and fiberglass product sheeting, and it comes in various strengths and thicknesses. The transom was done in Coosa. The person was correct about that. This transom has been redone. Looks like they changed the height on the motor at some point, but they didn't, and this looks very ugly, they didn't glass it to the boat properly. So we are going to, on this channel, redo this boat. And we bought another boat, couple of years newer, same boat, that we are gonna build like more of a true flats boat. We're not gonna have this, this bass boat deck on it with the recessed floor. I don't know why all the bass fishermen love that. They say because they can't kick their rods in the water, whereas flats fishermen like their deck flush. The other boat will be able to do that in, and we will do that boat 100% down to the hull. This boat we will replace the rear deck, stage 1, and then we'll do the middle section and forward deck, stage 2. I think we'll do all that together. And then we will, once the other boat's totally done, we'll sell this boat. But we'll use it and we'll make it right before we sell it. Oh, I didn't tell you guys that part. We found out that the guy did not replace the stringers, the deck. It's all still the old plywood. In fact, they if we lifted this hatch right here, but you could see that the original floor is about 6 inches below this floor. They just put another floor over it, and I can see a waterlogged 2x4. There's probably one every 12 inches that's not coated with epoxy resin, vinyl ester resin, whatever. It's not coated with anything. No fiberglass, nothing. So it's just raw wood, and it is waterlogged, and it is heavy. So because of the additional weight on this boat's only running 60 miles an hour. And I shouldn't say only, 60's pretty fast. 60 miles an hour with what the old builder of this boat says is way underpropped. I think we're 4 pitch inches off of where we should be, and about 15 to 18 miles an hour off where we should be with this motor and setup. So we're going to start making some improvements. Step 1 is going to be trying to cut some weight off of this boat. And we have another YouTube channel for keeping our reptiles on our property. And Kagan will share that on this channel sometimes. Maybe when she cleans fish, she'll feed the carcasses to the animals. That's a totally different interest. I get it. If you guys are here for fishing, that might not be something you care about. But we don't waste our carcasses. We have a place for them, which is great. So we do keep more fish than some fishermen. I know, there's a big push for catch and release, and we absolutely respect that. We respect all the limits. If we already have fish in the freezer, we won't keep fish, but you will see us keeping jack or ladyfish or cast netting mullet at the end of the day to feed our animals. So one of the easiest places to cut weight in the beginning right now, other than the waterlogged wood, would be our batteries. We have 2 Group 27 12-volt deep cycle batteries in this forward hatch here. And you can see the floor in this hatch is actually collapsing because of the weight and probably because it's rotten. But these batteries are quite heavy. I mean, they'll work great. And maybe on a wider boat, on a boat with that's lighter altogether, that weight may not matter. But right now, I think it really matters to us cutting weight where we can. We have an older Optimax motor, and it needs to run with an older style battery. I might say it wrong. I believe it's an AGM battery. I don't know. It's an older style battery. It can't run a lithium because of the electronics. Someone may correct me on that, but from what we understand, we can't run the lithiums on the motor right now. But these guys are only a couple months old, so they're going to go to a friend of ours, and we're going to put a new charger in as well. So one of the other things I should mention about how this boat is set up, when boats are set up to go very fast and get up on a pad, usually a lot of the weight is set up to be all the way back on the boat. The fuel tank is all the way back here. The batteries for the boat are supposed to be in these 2 back boxes. And for fishing shallow, for what we're doing, we need to balance out the weight of this boat. So we need to move some of the weight forward. We're not going to change where the fuel tank is, but we're certainly not putting our batteries in the back of the boat. So lightening the back third of the boat first will certainly help us float a lot higher. Oh, I should mention, I think we're drafting 12 inches, 10, 12 inches right now. So it's not bad with Kagan and I on the boat. It's still pretty good for a go fast boat, but not flats boat good. So cutting the weight up front will help, but we will maybe have to move the house battery up here as well, which will in turn lighten the overall weight of the boat and move weight forward. So our sponsor for this video, LiTime, had contacted us in regards to sponsoring our channel, Wolf's World. And when we talked back and forth with them, we mentioned Kagan's channel, Fishing with Kagan, and I think we're going to be able to use these batteries for both channels. I have them pre-charging before I install them. That way I didn't really waste any time. But we got the 12.8 volt, 100 amp hour extra minis. So we're going to save on space. And also, by having the smart Bluetooth connectivity, we will be able to know where our charge is before we go out. Or if we do an Everglades trip, we'll know where our charge is before we go out fishing on day 2. So, and we may have to figure out if we fish closer to home and we know what we do in an 8-hour day, 10-hour day fishing, we may have to make plans to have some sort of solar charging or another set of batteries or something like that, or we'll have to go up in our amp hours for the boat. But we'll figure that out as time goes on. And they gave us the dual bank battery charger that works with the lithiums. We're gonna uninstall the 2 batteries, and then we're gonna have me or you, either way, stand on the scale. We'll find out the difference in the weight of these batteries. I can tell you right now, those are super light. You can grab them one-handed and lift them over your head, no problem. It's incredible how light they are. So we have the batteries pulled out of the boat, and in typical Jerry fashion, I've decided to move all sorts of stuff around. So now I've opened up a can of worms. But I do have the batteries out of the boat. So here's one of the new LiTime lithium batteries. These are the extra minis. It advertises 19.9, but it's weighing on at 19.8. So let's just say 40 pounds for the pair of batteries. And these are Interstate Group 27 batteries.
Oh, wow.
I would have guessed more, honestly.
Yeah.
54 pounds. So 34, 35 pounds heavier, 70 pounds between the 2 of them. That's saving, a very small person we're saving, but almost a person in the boat.
Yeah.
Now, we want to discuss what we're changing now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I step away for 2 seconds, and Jerry's like, so I started doing something. I may be changing the wiring again.
So the word for that battery was an AGM battery. That's what we have on the boat. Optimax motors, Mercury Optimax motors, need a very high cranking amp to start. And what they had in this boat was a 600 cold cranking amp battery and a deep cycle to start the motor, which is not correct. So we did a bunch of research, and it seems like anything over 1100 cold cranking amps is hard to find. We found this one. It is a god-awful heavy battery. I'm actually curious to see what it weighs in comparison. But all 4 batteries when we purchased this boat were in this hatch, and there was almost no usable space. It was almost all batteries. If you saw before, there were 2 Group 27s across that front, and we were just able to use this small bit of storage. Now, in the center console, I've had to take the whole trim panel and everything off. This battery took up half of that storage space. And in the other half, first aid kit, fire extinguisher, flares, things like that. That whole storage space was almost unusable. Now, once I put it all back, we'll have maybe camera batteries and spare cameras and stuff that we want to keep it to a safe place. Maybe we learned a lesson last time out. Raincoats.
Raincoats.
Put a bag with some raincoats and forget about them. We got rained on a cold day. It was cold. So I think that I can fit the house battery, and the 2 lithiums are just barely longer than this. I can fit all 3 of them in the space that the 2 Group 27s were in. And how's that for saving some space and moving the weight where it needs to be on the boat?
Yeah.
This weight's already here. The lithiums are saving us the 70 pounds, but we're also getting the weight further forward where we need it,
right?
Because there's already too much weight at the back of the boat. And it looks a lot messier, sorry guys, than it started. So the next step is figuring out how I'm going to strap those batteries in. I don't have battery trays for those small batteries, but I don't believe we need them as long as we can strap them properly in place, and then we can get it all hooked up.
Oh, that sucker was hefty.
Now that surprises me too. I would have said that was over 80 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just tired.
Oh no.
It was 75.8, so almost 76 pounds.
Yep.
That's still a lot more than that other group 27.
Yeah. That's a
But-
whole Pete.
Yeah, that is a whole Pete.
Pete! It's a whole you.
But that'll be good to move that forward in the boat as well.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I've been working away on this. I got Kagan out here to show her the handiwork. You want to jump up here real quick? Yeah. And see what we've done? Because you know this hatch is something that we have to redo. I mentioned earlier in the video that we're going to redo this whole boat. Step one will be the back third of the boat, and I think we'll do the middle of the boat, floor stringers, everything, and the front of this boat for step two.
Oh, wow.
But the floor of this hatch, oh wow, right?
Holy cow.
Is soft. It's actually cracked. They had 4 batteries in here, and hitting waves actually broke the floor. It all needs to be replaced. I think the plywood has 100% left the building, and it's nothing but the fiberglass left.
But look at your shelf.
So we built a starboard shelf for the batteries. It's fixed where it is sturdy along the edges. It's nice and strong. The starting AGM battery is there, and our LiTime batteries are on either side, linked together to create 24 volts for our trolling motor. And we had the LiTime charger right there. It's charging up, and what's great is you just, look at QR code, scan it, link it to your phone, and now we can look on our phone and know what charge we have. So if we go fishing tomorrow and we decide we want to go the next morning, we just glance.
Can you pull up your phone and show real quick?
Sure. All right, so Kagan wanted me to show you guys the app. That's the 2 batteries, showing we have 2 devices. That's battery 1 is at 63%. Battery 2 is at 59%. And we click on it, and we can get all the information from this.
Oh, that's cool. Hours till charge. It's pretty neat.
It's really smart. The temperature of the batteries tells you how many times this battery is cycled.
Holy cow.
So you know how much life you have left in your battery.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
I don't know the statistics on how many cycles it has, but there's a set number of cycles that they have. It's much longer than a lead acid battery. But, I mean, we saved space, and we have almost the same space in here. We've moved the weight where we want it on the boat, but you also have, now, you have storage space for some of your camera gear in the dry center console of the boat. It's a flats boat. There's not much storage to be had here. It's a bass boat converted to a flats boat. So, I mean, I think when we redo it ourselves, we'll add storage there. We'll add the undergunnel rod storage. I mean, why not have some storage right here? There's no reason to not have it. It would be limited, but you can put raincoats, life preservers, things like that. I think we have our life preservers in what should be our release well right now.
Yeah.
So we just need to think about it and do it right when we have a blank slate and do it ourselves.
Yeah, and make sure we get some raincoats on this boat.
Oh yeah, make sure. So tomorrow morning we're gonna fish Stewart, some live bait against seawalls and docks.
Oh, you don't have to ask that with a question. That's a yes.
and then as if that slows down or that's not like going off the best, I mean, it's going to be a Saturday, so there's going to be people out. Then we can fish the flats up in Stewart for some pompano, hopefully. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for coming along for the start of our Bass Boat to Flats Boat project. I know this one was a little different from the usual fishing content on the channel, but if you're into boats, rigging, and how things work behind the scenes, I hope you enjoyed it. This is just the beginning. In the next video, we'll put everything to the test with a full fishing day in Stewart and see what this boat and new batteries from LiTime can really do. Thanks again for watching, and as always, until next cast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
I don't know yet.
gosh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.